Hello and welcome to today's daily reading. Before we start, go ahead and look below and click that subscribe button if you have not already done so. And with that being said, I'm going to draw today's energy card. And today's energy card is the child. Now, the child represents that time in everybody's life where we pretty much all wish we could go back to. It is that time where everything is magical, everything is new, everything is um, possible. There is no um, negativity when it comes to trying something new. It's all excitement. It's all that wonder that we all have about life and what is possible. It's all going after our dreams without any fear or negative beliefs or limiting beliefs towards what our goals are and what our dreams are. It's where when we think about what we want to do in life, it brings us that joy, that excitement of something new, that going forward without any hesitation. It's putting aside any kind of fear or limiting beliefs that stop us from following our dreams. It's really that energy of those new beginnings, those new starts, those um, fascinating what ifs. What would happen if I followed this dream? Would it work out? We want to bring that feeling in today. Um, and we'll remember that when we're going through the rest of the reading. But really focus on that energy for today, that youthful energy, even if you have to um, gather with a bunch of children to see that again, to feel that energy again. That would benefit you greatly today. But just go back to, remember a time where in your life you thought anything was possible before anybody ever put any limiting beliefs in your brain, and really go after something that you have always wanted to go after today. Start something that can be a long term goal or a short term goal. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But start something that excites you and gets those youthful energies flowing. Get this out of here. Okay, now this first card out is the Ace of Swords, which when we connect that to that child card is really saying again there's something new, there's new ideas, new inspirations coming in for you today that are have a ton of potential unless you allow those fears to come back in and take over those negative um, beliefs, those limiting beliefs. Don't allow them to come in. There is that inspiration, and paired up with that child card is really good for going after what maybe you have pushed aside due to those limiting beliefs, due to the thought that you cannot um, accomplish these goals. I want you to really think about that child energy and bring that in today. When that inspiration comes in, really follow that inspiration like there's nothing that can stand in your way today. And then we have the death card right next to that, which is really great energy for moving forward, moving from that feeling of I can't into that feeling of I can, and there's nothing holding me back. It's that transition that you're moving into. And again, there's that Nine of Swords that's coming in the next card here, which is saying to, let the past go, no matter what those fears or limiting beliefs are. Let them go because they're not going to serve you in the future. They're just going to limit what you can and can't do. And right next to that is the Ten of Swords. And as you can see, she's letting go of this phoenix. She's letting go of um, everything that has been holding her back. It is, again, that movement of release. This week, um, astrology speaking, everything moves from Taurus into Gemini, and there's going to be that letting go period for the next month or two, especially when it comes to your limiting beliefs and your fears, um, your hesitations, your worries about what is going on. Now, I don't know if you can see that ad that just popped up there, but let me get rid of that real quick. All right. Okay, now the next card is the Nine of Wands reversed, which is saying after we let go of all of those negative thoughts, after we let go of all those limiting beliefs and set aside our fears and really focus on that energy of that child card, all of that stuff is going to pretty much kind of work itself out. It's going to release. We're going to allow this energy to come in. We're going to embrace it, and then we're going to deal with it and let it go. We're going to release all of that negativity and that energy, and it's really going to give us that new feeling of renewal and refreshment. Um, we're not dragging ourselves down. We're not worrying about things. Things are just going to kind of fall into place and into alignment so we can move forward with this these new inspirations and this new transition that we're going to. And then we have the Cave of Chalices over here, which is saying that the people that are surrounding you are those that are going to have your back. We no longer have to look for people to support us because we already have them there with us. So really fall back on those people that have been in our life and have been supporting us because they are really going to have our back through all of this. Okay, now on top of that Ace of Swords, we have the King of Swords. And there seems to be moving forward a lot of people that are involved. And looking at this last card here, the Three of Chalices, it seems to be, of course, what is backing up that Cave of Chalices, and it is that family unit. It is the friends, those people that have been in your life for a very long time. And it seems to be like this is what all of these people represent here. And this King of Swords is that person that's going to help you to really organize those inspirations when they come in and form a plan to where they can watch you grow intellectually. They can watch you grow within whatever this is that is inspiring you, whatever this goal is. They're there to really back you up and to help you along the way. So when people show up in the cards, I'm really telling, you know, or it really says to me that you really need to focus on um, accepting their support, allowing them to help you. Um, Releasing all of that negativity and that energy, and this person is really going to help you along the way doing that. This King of Swords is really going to show you, even if they have to sit down and write it down on a piece of paper and show you, visually, how your inspiration can really take off today. And then we have the Hanged Man over here, this next card that is on that death card. And it is really saying that, look at things from a different standpoint. And it's going to really bring a balance into you today instead of, making everything so worried. This new switch, this new inspiration towards going after your goals or whatever this is that you're working on, or whatever inspirations that come in today, it's really going to bring you a sense of balance instead of this worrying, like this Nine of Swords is bringing, reminding you to let go of all those worries. And we have another person showing themselves in these cards, and this is the Knight of Swords. And this Knight of Swords is again helping with this plan to write things down and to make a absolute solid foundation for whatever this is moving forward. Really write down your plans today, because we have another night coming in here, which is again that planner. As you can see, they're planning out where each vegetable is going to go in the garden. It's really paying attention to details. Those details are going to be important to allow things to grow naturally, to allow whatever this goal is, whatever these inspirations are that are coming in today, it's going to allow you to um, focus going forward instead of focusing where you're standing. It's that focus for the future, not for the present, is what these cards are really hammering home today. With all of these court cards that are coming up in this reading. Now, when we do all of this, when we make all these plans, when we listen to the people that are helping us to um, write down this plan and focus on this plan and write down step by step what we need to do, after we're done with this planning, all we got to do is sit back, and enjoy the process, figure out, in the first part of the day, figure out what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you're going to do it. And and then everything, all of the work becomes that much easier because you know what's going to be going on step by step, and then you can just watch yourself um, achieve those goals, because this of wands is saying that there is that benefit coming. You are going to reap those rewards, and it's going to be fast, and it's going to expand quickly too. That three of wands is really, where is it, how big do you want to make this? It's that expansion. It's another expansion card in the deck. And then of course we have that three of chalices right next door, which is saying again, it's the people that are closest to us that are going to help us to enjoy what the day brings, and what we can see for the future for ourselves and for those around us. Okay, now on top of that King of Swords and that Ace of Swords, we have the Elemental of Water. And what this card really represents is that full force emotion that we put behind our inspirations, and that going after whatever we want without hesitation, without allowing our emotions to take over, but allow those emotions to push us towards those goals and inspirations. In this reading itself, that elemental of water is really saying that we're going to find that equilibrium with our emotions, and we're going to learn to harness that power of our emotions, to allow them to push us forward without that hesitation, without any fear. And then we have the eight of water on top of the death card and that hanged man card. And what this is really saying is, whatever or whoever specifically um, is involved in this, you know we have to make sure that they are the right people. And when we do make sure that they are the right people, it's going to be a healing a healing process on top of a helping process. These people are going to, heal those hesitations, heal, those fears and doubts that we all have within ourselves. And it's going to allow us to push forward without bringing those people with us that kind of hold us back. The people that have our back today are those that are going to push us forward, are those that are going to see the value in what we're doing and they're going to push us forward. And then we have that four of water over here. And it is really telling us to not just release those negativities, not just make that plan, but really focus and daydream a little bit about how big this can possibly be. Um, because the sky's the limit when it comes to these inspirations today, because you have so much help, not only from the universe, but you have help from the people in your life and your own emotions pushing you forward and your own positive outlook on what is going on today. So it's really that positive energy that is pushing us forward. But don't forget to bring in again that childlike attitude and daydream about um, how big you can really make whatever this is that you're going for, and how beneficial it can be for not just you but for everybody involved. I mean, don't get stuck there. Make sure that you're doing the work that needs to be done, but really allow yourself to think um, and to feel that magic of something new forming, and all of those passions and inspirations that are coming in, allow them um, to flow through you, allow them to help push you along the way. And then on top of this Ten of Swords and this Knight of Pentacles, we have this Six of Earth, which is saying there's movement. um, the Six of Earth is all about moving into a safe space. You may have been feeling recently that there's not a lot of security in your life. There's things that are out of whack, things that you may think that you have been lacking. But today, moving forward with this Six of Earth card, it is really saying that you're moving into a more secure spot. You're moving into a safe spot where you can work in peace. You can do what you need to do in peace, and as well as safety. Peace isn't just one thing that's coming in here, but safety, working from from a safe spot, is something that you're transitioning to as well. And then we have the elemental of fire coming in here, which is really pushing forward on this elemental of water, which is to say that, these emotions that you're learning to control and you're having complete control over and allowing those emotions to push you forward, this elemental of fire comes in here and pushes it even more. It really sets a fire under you towards something that you have been extremely passionate about for pretty much your whole life. So, whatever this is that you're going after that you've been really passionate about, this elemental of fire on top of this elemental of water is really going to bring that emotional and passionate balance. It's not something that's going to push you too far an extreme one way or another. It's something that is offsetting, balancing. Um, Balancing energies. Fire and water, they contradict each other, but they also balance each other out. You have to have that emotion behind that passion, or you're not going to go anywhere. So when you have these two showing up in this reading, it is a powerful energy to have during the day, especially when we're talking about inspirations that are coming in, planning, expansion, that kind of thing. These are really powerful cards to have in this reading today. And then we have another person, the Maiden of Fire, showing up. Now, this Maiden of Fire is fresh, new, um, passionate energy, but it's also a guidance. It's also, again, backing up this elemental of fire and sparking that passion, reigniting that fire, and showing you that it is okay to go for what you want. It is okay um, to really Focus on that plan that you have to move forward because it's something that is going to really be in the forefront today. So, whatever you've been working on, you have a lot of help in your corner. There's a lot of people rooting for you and a lot of people there to help you and guide you through the way. But you really have to learn today to let go of all those negative emotions, let go of all those limiting beliefs, set them free, and then in the process, you'll be setting yourself free and guiding yourself towards that big expansion and that big change that you've been looking for. Now, I hope you have enjoyed today's reading. Before you go, don't forget to like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe and ting that bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. And I will see you tomorrow.